To enter the technician setup, press and hold the technician setup button for 3 to 5 seconds. Use the positive and negative keys to select the desired setting for each option. Press Next Step or Previous Step to move from one step to another. Only press the Done key when all settings have been entered and you are finished programming the thermostat. Filter Change Reminder. This feature will flash a reminder in the display after the elapsed runtime to remind the user to change the filter. The setting of Off will disable this feature. The LCD will show Filter Off SE. You can adjust the filter change reminder from off to 2,000 hours of runtime in 50-hour increments. Room Temperature Calibration. This feature allows the installer to change the calibration of the room temperature display. For example, if the thermostat reads 70 degrees and you would like it to read 72, then select +2. The LCD will show Calibrate 0 degrees Fahrenheit. You can adjust the room temperature display to read 4 degrees above or below the factory calibrated reading. Minimum compressor on time. This feature allows the installer to select the minimum runtime for the compressor. For example, a setting of 4 will force the compressor to run for at least 4 minutes every time the compressor turns on, regardless of the room temperature. The LCD will show Min Compressor OF. You can select the minimum compressor runtime from off, 3, 4, or 5 minutes. If 3, 4, or 5 is selected, the compressor will run for at least the selected time before turning off. Compressor Short Cycle Delay. The compressor short cycle delay protects the compressor from short cycling. This feature will not allow the compressor to be turned on for 5 minutes after it was last turned off. The LCD will show Comp Delay On. Selecting On will not allow the compressor to be turned on for 5 minutes after the last time the compressor was switched off. Select Off to remove this delay. The swing setting, often called cycle rate, differential, or anticipation, is adjustable. A smaller swing setting will cause more frequent cycles, and a larger swing setting will cause fewer cycles. The LCD will show Cool Swing 0.5. The cooling swing setting is adjustable from 0.2 to 2. For example, a swing setting of 0.5 will turn the cooling on at approximately 0.5 degrees above the set point and turn the cooling off at approximately 0.5 degrees below the set point. Heating swing. The swing setting, often called cycle rate, differential, or anticipation, is adjustable. A smaller swing setting will cause more frequent cycles, and a larger swing setting will cause fewer cycles. The LCD will show Heat Swing 0.4. The heating swing setting is adjustable from 0.2 to 2. For example, a swing setting of 0.5 will turn the heating on at approximately 0.5 degrees below the set point and turn the heating off at approximately 0.5 degrees above the set point. Heat pump. When turned on, the thermostat will operate a heat pump. Heat will show as an option in the system switch text settings. Use the plus and minus buttons to adjust. Off configures the thermostat for conventional systems. On configures the thermostat for heat pump systems. System set. You can configure the system switch for the particular application. Heat, off, cool, heat, off, cool, off, heat, off, cool, auto. Use the positive or negative buttons until the desired application is flashing. Example, auto equals auto changeover. Stages of heat and cool. You can configure the thermostat to operate up to 2 heat or 2 cool conventional or up to 4 heat, 2 cool heat pump systems. This step is shown only if heat pump is set to on. Use the positive or negative keys to first select stages of heat. Press Next, then select stages of cool. 3 or 4 heat will use Y1 and Y2 as first and second stage of heat. Cooling fan delay. The cooling fan delay setting will delay the fan from coming on in cool mode and keep it running after the compressor shuts off for a short time to save energy in some systems. You can set the cooling fan delay to off, 15, 30, 60, or 90 seconds. If 15, 30, 60, or 90 is selected, the fan will not turn on for that many seconds when there is a call for cooling and will run for that many seconds after satisfying the call for cooling. Heat temperature set point limit. This feature allows you to set a maximum heat set point value. The set point temperature cannot be raised above this value. Use the negative or positive keys to select the maximum heat set point. This ranges between 41 degrees Fahrenheit and 90 degrees Fahrenheit. Cooling temperature set point limit. This feature allows you to set a minimum cool set point value. The set point temperature cannot be lowered below this value. Use the negative or positive keys to select the minimum cool set point. The range for this parameter is 41 degrees Fahrenheit to 90 degrees Fahrenheit. Fahrenheit or Celsius. Select F for Fahrenheit readout or select C for Celsius readout. 12 or 24-hour clock. You can select either 12 or 24-hour clock settings. Use the negative or positive key to select the 12 or 24-hour clock. Fan operation. Select GAS for systems that control the fan during a call for heat. Select ELEC to have the thermostat control the fan during a call for heat. Morning recovery. This feature will start heating early to bring the building temperature to its programmed set point by the beginning of the wake time period. Use the negative or positive keys to turn this feature on or off. Program options. You can configure this thermostat to have a 7-day program, a 5+1+1 program, or non-programmable. Use the negative or positive keys to select 7D for 7-day, 5D for 5+1+1, or OD for non-programmable. The display light can be configured to operate in 2 different ways. To come on only when the light key is pressed, when any key is pressed, or stay on all of the time. The settings are auto, any key on, or on, always on. Contractor call number. This allows you to put your phone number into the display. Selecting on will enable this feature. Selecting off will disable this feature. If selected on, you will see the input screen after pressing the next step. Use the positive or negative keys to select the desired number and the fan or system key to move from one character to another. Beep. When any key is pressed, beep. When any key is pressed, an audible beep will sound. There is an on or an off for this feature. If on, the selected beep will sound. If off, there is no sound. Factory default reset. This step resets all Wi-Fi settings to factory default. Press Yes to reset. The function for activating your lockout choice takes place after you have exited the technician's setup. To lock and unlock the keypad, hold the menu button for 3 seconds. If a contractor call number is selected on, your phone number will be shown in the display if there has been a continuous call for heat or cooling for 24 hours, or if the fan button is pressed for 3 seconds. To remove the phone number from the display, hold the fan button for 3 seconds. To learn more about our products, please visit
bz33.com. Thank you for watching.